Life for All presents Daily Food Series, Word, Life, and Edification, Part 2. Title of Book 2, Do You Want to Receive Jesus' Care? By Pedro. Week 2. Before Abraham was, I am. Sunday. Knowing and doing the Father's will. Read with prayer. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. Everything Jesus said was the truth because he is the true one. The Jews did not recognize him as the Messiah, despite their awaiting his arrival. Even though he was the very truth, Jesus was rejected by them, who even accused him of being a Samaritan or possessed by demons. Jesus confronted them, explaining that he honored the Father while they dishonored him. He warned them that if they followed his words, they would not taste death eternally. But the Jews' lack of revelation and discernment prevented them from understanding the truth. John chapter 8, verses 45 through 53. The Jews thought Jesus made himself greater than Abraham and the prophets by stating that whoever believed his words would live eternally. They even asked him who he thought he was. Jesus answered them that the Father was the one who glorified him. He further stated, You have not known him, but I know him. And if I say I do not know him, I shall be a liar like you. But I do know him and keep his word. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. John chapter 8, verses 55 and 56. Then the Jews said to him, You are not yet 50 years old, and have you seen Abraham? Jesus told them, Most assuredly, I say to you, before Abraham was, I am. Verses 57 and 58. The I am is existence itself. Jesus brought Abraham into existence and brought all things into existence. Those who are truly of God hear the divine word, but many go astray to become ministers of righteousness with the purpose of deceiving. In this context, Paul warns about the dangers that false apostles represent and describes them as deceitful workers who disguise themselves as apostles of Christ. Moreover, if Satan can transform himself into an angel of light, his ministers can also present themselves as ministers of righteousness. However, their end will be according to their works. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 13 through 15. Let us not be deceived, because the fruits reveal the true nature of the tree, and the works reveal the source. Paul, in his letter to the Colossians, warns us against the entanglement of philosophies and empty deceit, for although they appear to be wisdom, they have no real value. Colossians chapter 2, verse 8 and 23. Thus, it is crucial to be cautious with everything that does not originate from the true one. If there is only appearance, there is no reality. If the fruits do not reflect the truth, they do not come from the true one, but from deception. Doing many works without being aligned with God's will is vain. The emphasis is on the importance of doing the Father's will, which is to place Christ as head over all things. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name? Matthew 7, verses 21 and 22. Everything that is done with the intention of producing the truth, without, however, being connected to the true one, to the I am, is self-deception, even when good works are performed. On the day of the Lord, the verdict will be clear. I never knew you. Matthew 7, verse 23. This indicates that there was no divine approval. None of these actions will be recognized or accepted by the Lord. Therefore, let us not fool ourselves. Life is short, and we should not waste our precious time on activities that are not aligned with the Father's will, nor are connected to the true one, to the very I am. Paul's exhortation in Philippians highlights the importance of occupying our mind with what is true, respectable, just, pure, lovely, and of good report. Chapter 4, verse 8. Disconnecting ourselves from the true one, from the I am, results in connection with falsehood. Hence, let us occupy our minds with what is true through the word that comes from the Lord. Let us occupy our thoughts with what is true, respectable, just, pure, lovely, and of good report. May God bless everyone who is connected to the true one and does his will. By this, we will bring the Lord back. Write the sentence that touched your heart the most. Highlight the key points in this sentence. Pray according to the content highlighted above.